37 assists against Washington. Just what's it like being out there when the ball is moving the way it was the other night?
I think it makes the game fun for everybody, and just makes the game easier for us because when we're all playing together, everybody's kind of a threat on the court, and it just makes it tougher for other teams to have to defend. All five players, and play for however many seconds we're playing through the shot clock, and when we're playing together, I think we're at our best. So.
You benefited from a lot of those assists. J-Dub found you for a lot of those cuts, and Coach gave you a lot of credit for really developing within this system and finding those creases and those cuts. What's gone into that for you and being able to develop in that way?
Just time, understanding, the style of play that we have, and the opportunity that I can get on the court. Just trying to find those creases, like you said. And shout out to J-Dub. He found me a couple times. He's got a good feel for the ball, and being aggressive when to make the right plays. So, he found me, and I'm just trying to find open places to help the team. So.
You mentioned Dub. I'm curious because he kind of talked about the two of y'all's connection. That looked like about as comfortable as he's been as a passer between the no looks and everything. Just describe the connection between you two and just whether you agreed that was as comfortable as he's been as a passer.
Yeah, I think that's something that we kind of talk about time to time. Just kind of understanding because he does a really good job both playing off ball and on ball, and I think he kind of understands the positioning sometimes that I may be in sometimes, and I think that just that understanding allows him to kind of understand where creases may be, especially reading defensive guys who are helping low and everything. So that's something we talk about every now and then, but at the end of the day, it's just feel for the game and reaction, in the game of play. So he does a really good job of it.
Yeah, and Mark was just talking about your fluctuating role and mentioned that it's made you adaptive, if anything. Would you agree with that assessment? And I guess what's going into, trying to stay ready as your role has maybe fluctuated throughout the year?
Just want to play. So, whatever it takes to get on the court, be on the court, and be able to play. I'm trying to get done. From coming in my rookie year, just trying to find ways to make sure I'm making myself noticeable and seen to be able to play. And when I get in, taking advantage of the opportunity. So, continue to just kind of stay with that and understand that taking one day at a time and continue to just build and develop is going to make me better in the long run.
Seems like you have a knack of being at the right place at the right time. Do you sense that sometimes?
I don't know. Sometimes, I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm in the right place at the right time. I don't know.
What are the keys tonight to finish up this trip on a positive?
Yeah, they're a team that has a good bit amount of shooting around the perimeter. They obviously play through Bam, and they've got athleticism, on the wing a little bit. So we got to be ready, just to kind of on the defensive end, be aware of shooters, know where guys are at, be able to contain Bam, not allow him to just operate comfortably, whether it's creating for others or himself, and then on the offensive end, playing together, just like we did in DC, just making sure that we're all on the same page, understanding where open creases and opportunities are to get cuts into the game, play as a team, and try and make scoring as easy as possible. So,
Aaron, you just mentioned your rookie. I'm curious now because obviously since you've been here, especially this year, aspirations have changed around the team. Like everything virtually has changed around the team. I just wonder what the transition has been like for you, kind of going back to your role and just the scenery in general.
Being a winning player, just want to win. So as a player, doing whatever it takes to help the team win, regardless of aspirations individually, as a team, anything. At the end of the day, as a player, stats and everything that matter to certain people. I think we have a group of guys who want to win. So just doing whatever it takes to get on the court and help the team win.
Mark also mentioned the other day that you're just a really good roller for a guard, and that's something guards typically aren't. It's not natural instinct to be such a good roller and find those creases. What's gone into being able to develop that for you personally? Just it's such a unique position to be in.
I have no idea. I think the uncomfortability of guards kind of being a screener and rolling may offset teams a little bit, catch them off guard and stuff. So just taking advantage, knowing that that's not something that a lot of teams may see a lot. So being able to just kind of be comfortable in it, and it creates opportunities. So I'll take them.
I imagine just being here at the Thunder, that's the first time that you had to actually be in that sort of situation.
Yeah, I never did that before. But, just doing what it takes.
Yeah.
Wiggins, I just want to ask you. It seems like you can kind of catch a rhythm with specific teammates during stretches of games or maybe a few games in a row. You had one with J-Dub. It's not always him, but just Is there a reason why you feel like sometimes you're able to kind of create these little connections in games where you're able to hit some of the same actions over and over again?
It varies just on, I say, the flow of the game. There are opportunities sometimes where there's just something that a team can't catch on to. And, there might be a string of plays where, I might be able to find a certain crease or, there's a certain play that's just kind of working. So just try to be, repetitive in that. And if it works, stick with it. But I wouldn't say that there's, specific players who, I might, have a better connection with or something. Just kind of trying to understand the flow of the game, and if something works, finding it, in other opportunities. So.
Thanks.